Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Lisa, and today I'm going to make a few journal cards. And they are going to be using book pages, which I see I've already taken a few. I folded them in half, and I have glued them together, and just some fun stuff. Now for this one, I used my chicken, which is from the freebie for my Ko-fi account, and I used one of those little stripped snippets. From that, add a little stamp, a little postcard stamping, and a little bit of a boo-boo tape, some coffee swirls, a little bit of, I put that a little too far, a little bit of word stamps, some background stuff, just, you know, kind of just making it a little bit of a montage of stuff. And I did add a little bit of paper to the back to make it, because there are two-sided words, just to make it writable and a little bit stronger. So let's just have some fun and play. All right, so the next one I'm going to do is going to involve these. These were the floral stickers that I found on Amazon, and I have this snippet that has some purple in it, so I thought it'd be great. I got a couple pieces of paper that I can put behind it. Now the first thing I did, like I said, is I did glue the pages together, and I will probably add, I could probably add that to the back. I'll do that now so it can take a little bit of time to dry, just to give it strength and something to write on. Now depending on how thick your book pages are, you might have to even maybe do two book pages glued together. And I'm just going to kind of center them. I don't mind having a little bit of words sticking out the outside. Yeah. All right. Now I didn't glue these particularly straight, and I did not mind. They were ripped out of a book, because my other thing that I forgot to mention is I did cut the edges with pinking shears. Now I didn't cut the folded edge. I probably could have kind of make it look like a stamp, but I just did it around the edges that folded just to make them even. Now I just went through and snipped it so it was just taking the edge off, not really totally cutting it down, because I find that if you just snip it right on the edge, it leaves a little finer zigzag. It's not as harsh. So there we go. I got quite the little mess, but that's okay. All right, now I did ink that other one up just to give it a little bit of age to it. I'm gonna do the same with this. This book is a little bit younger. I think this was a book I'd gotten at the Dollar Tree, so it really wasn't aged. This was an older book. It might have been a, I don't know which one it was. I think it was a Tom Sawyer book. Yeah, not too bad. So we just age it up a little bit, and we're just going to age it up a little bit more with our stamping. So I do have, Vintage Photo Oxide, and I have my VersaFine Clear for this, and I'm going to use, this is a word stamp, and I am going to stamp it off once, just to not make it as dark. All right, so now I also have that postcard, and that's what I put on the edges to make it almost look like maybe it was cut from a postcard. Oops, you're upside down. And I did put it along the edges where it was more written on or not written on, just to make it a little bit more visible. All right, I got that. And then, now this is from, and I couldn't tell you if my life depended on where this came from, but it is, it has signatures and dates and stuff on there. So I thought it was kind of fancy, and I thought it'd be kind of fun to use part of this. So we're gonna put some fancy words there, and some fancy words there. Okay, and then I think there's some dates on here that I maybe want to use. They're so tiny, they're hard to see. bum, 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 bum. 1937. Oh, I never used that one. It's stuck. It's stuck good. So, is there a technique to this to learn? Probably not. But I just thought it was kind of a fun little card to make. Put it in between the spots that don't have writing on them. All right, so last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add some come on, get ink off of there. There we go. I'm going to add some coffee stains, tea stains. Where are you at? You're supposed to be down there. Oh, I also do have the little swirl. Now, I don't know where I'm going to put the inside stuff yet, so I'm just randomly stamping, and then this is going to go over on top of it. So I'm just kind of stamping around wherever I feel like it. Let's use this one. Now, why did I choose these colors? I couldn't tell you. Okay. All right. So just a fun background. Nothing really earth-shattering. Just want to close up some of these lids, though, because I love to put my fingers into the stamping as I do it. All right, so this is going to go on here, and then, like I said, I've got this and this, and I was going to say where to go, but it's upside down. I think I'm going to do it like that, just to give a bit of a foundation for it to kind of sit on. But I think I'm going to try to rip this. Now, it's a tiny little piece, and it should be interesting to try to rip, but I think we got it. I'm just adding this not really as a focal point item, but just to give it some place to rest. Kind of like on my chicken guy, I gave the boo-boo tape, just a little place for it to rest. And we're just gonna rip the top and the bottom of this. Oops. Should I put the flower on top of this? All right, I'm gonna put that there. And put that on top of it. I think I will put the flower behind it. And we'll put that there. And then we'll put whatever stamp I want to put in. That's the other thing I did put, I don't know if I mentioned it, I did put a stamp on there. Okay, let's go with that. All right, so I'm going to put this down first so I know where to put the flower. And then that strip it is going to go on top of that. Just to give me a basis point to work off of. Okay, that's going to go there, and then we'll put that, and then we'll do the thing. All right, so this was a helpful hint I got from somebody when you got big stickers is peel part of it back and then peel the rest off after you stuck it in place. All right, finally got it. It's hard when you only have just the tiniest little point to do. All right, so I'm going to fold it back, and I'm going to figure out it's going to go at the top there. And the bottom there. All right, so the bottom goes, and then the top follows. So nice. Okay, I love it. Okay, so this is going to go on top of that, and green thing is going to go behind it. So let's glue the green thing down. Let's just add a little bit of color to it. All right, let's do that. And It's a little thicker, so I'm going to use my art glitter glue. Plus, if you watch the video for the snippet, it is a craft tape for packing, so it has a bit of a release factor to it, so it doesn't stick to itself. So make sure that shows. Move that. Beautiful. So I think the art glitter just holds a little bit better than maybe necessarily that. Cute. How big is this card, by the way? 4.5, so a nice size. All right, stamps. Purple or green? Purple. Let's see what purple. I think we're going to go with green, only because the purples are just, I don't like those purples with that. Yeah, I could go look through my reel. I think I might do that for half a second. I got my reel. And it's like a bluish purple. Oh, look at that one. Oh, I like that. It's got green and purple. Sometimes you just gotta pause for a moment and don't jump to the first thing that's closest to you. Yeah, I like it. It's a nice size too. It's got some sort of paper on the back. Get rid of that. Very cute. Let's get some glue on there and glue it down. So again, so not, you know, life-altering ideas. Not nothing new. I'm really not giving you any reason to watch this video, am I? But just a fun way to make a little fake postcard out of some book pages and just a couple focal points. And of course, those beautiful snippets we made in the last video. I haven't found them. The reason I decided to use them is I haven't found a place to put them in an envelope. I was almost putting it in my other snippet box, but I thought it would get too confusing. So cute, right? I love it. So really, any focal point that you want to use for those will be fun to do. I think just a nice big one. Not that the chicken is that big, but just bigger works good. Take up most of the spot. You're covering up the back, but you've kind of made it messy. This is a messy postcard. Messy book postcard, right? And then put a little bit on the back, and I got 2 journal cards. This will go in the chicken book, and this will go for something else. Okay, well that is going to be it for today's video. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so. Been working on that chicken book and doing my bust of scraps, so having lots of fun here in the craft room. All right, that's going to be it for today. Thanks so much for stopping by, and as usual, I hope you all have a wonderful and creative day. Bye for now.